What's up guys, it's that time of year again when NFL players, pundits, and fans get to complain about the many ridiculous Madden ratings. As usual, the folks at EA Sports are way off on some of their ratings. Some players were given overly generous ratings. What's worse? When true superstars and Pro Bowl caliber players get completely lowballed in their Madden ratings. Every team had at least one big time star who got screwed in the ratings. So let's dive right into it. Arizona Cardinals, Chandler Jones, 82. Shame on Chandler Jones for posting 13 sacks and 3 forced fumbles last season. Shame on Jones for posting 17 sacks in 2017 and 11 for the year prior, and 12.5 in 2015, and 77 in all through his first 7 seasons. Yeesh, my god. Since when are you only an 82 when you're one of the NFL's top sacks leaders on an annual basis? Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan, 89. Matty Ice rebounded with a big year in 2018, finishing with 4,924 yards and 35 touchdowns against just even interceptions. He's consistently been one of the NFL's most prolific quarterbacks, so what's with the low rating here? I mean, Tom Brady probably doesn't deserve a higher rating after finishing considerably behind Ryan in passing yards and TDs. Ryan has to be 93 or better. Madden, come on. What are you doing? Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 76. All Jackson did was win 6 of 7 starts to guide the Ravens to an AFC North Division title. His passing numbers weren't flashy, but that's because Jackson was busy dominating on the ground. He had 695 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Please tell us how this only garners him a 76 rating. How can Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins, and Andy Dalton all earn higher Madden ratings than Jackson? Like, what were they watching in 2018? Not Lamar Jackson, apparently. Buffalo Bills, Tre'Davious White, 85. White has emerged as a linchpin in the Buffalo Bills secondary, and he has all the makings to be an elite corner in the NFL. He was instrumental in helping the Bills form one of the league's top defensive units in 2018, but the Madden makers didn't seem to notice. White deserved a grade in the higher 80s or even the low 90s. The guy is a rising superstar for crying out loud. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton, 84. Listen, we think a lot of quarterbacks got hoses in the ratings. A lot of them should be way higher, and that includes Newton. The 2015 league MVP is among the NFL's top all-around quarterbacks. This guy is a pure winner. He gets it done as a pocket passer and as an unstoppable runner. There's really nothing to dislike about Cam's game. The guy is too good to be rated on the mid-80s here. Chicago Bears, ROQUAN Smith, 81. The athletic linebacker was named to the PFWA All-Rookie team after playing a big role on the league's best scoring defense from a year ago. Smith had 121 combined tackles, 5 sacks, and 5 passes defended. In short, the man was simply an unstoppable machine. Smith simply can't be this low. He just can't. The man was an absolute force on the Chicago defense. He's arguably a top 10 middle linebacker in the NFL, but unfortunately the Madden makers didn't see it that way. Well, Smith will have the chance to prove them wrong in what should be a monster sophomore year. Cincinnati Bengals, Carlos Dunlap, 82. The two-time Pro Bowl defensive end was among the few bright spots for a miserable Cincinnati team in 2018. Dunlap posted 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, and he and Geno Atkins once again succeeded in harassing the offensive line and quarterback. In fact, Pro Football Focus ranked Dunlap as their second most clutch defensive end during the 2018 season. That's why an 82 grade feels low for Dunlap. It's easy to overlook the guy since the Bengals are a mess right now. But the Madden grading crew needed to do a little more homework on this guy. He's way better than an 82. Cleveland Browns, Jarvis Landry, 84. Remember when Landry wasn't a top 20 receiver in the NFL? Yeah, we don't either. Landry now has 4 straight seasons of over 900 receiving yards. He likely would have hit 1,000 for the 3rd time in his career if Baker Mayfield were the starter from day 1. Landry's overall production speaks for itself. This is a top 10 to 15 wideout in the NFL. Dallas Cowboys, Leighton Vander Esch, 86. One of the NFL's top rookie performers in 2018, he earned a Pro Bowl selection after anchoring a dominant Dallas front 7, one that guided the club to an NFC East Division title. He had 2 interceptions, 7 passes defended, and 140 combined tackles. The 6'4" outside linebacker was one of the most dominant at his position in 2018, and we just think his rating needed to be in the high 80s or low 90s. 86 just isn't good enough for one of the rising superstars in the NFL. Denver Broncos, Bradley Chubb, 80. If it weren't for Darius Leonard, Chubb probably would have won the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. The number 5 pick from the 2018 draft class was an absolute beast with 12 sacks and a pair of forced fumbles. He and Von Miller performed one of the NFL's top pass rushing duos last season, but they're only getting started. That's a scary thought for the rest of the NFL, but it may not be a scary thought for the Madden graders. Chubb somehow and some way only got a rating of 80. This guy deserved an 87 at absolute worst. He's already a Pro Bowl level pass rusher. What more did the Madden crew want him to do? Detroit Lions, Kenny Golladay, 83. He enjoyed a breakout year in his sophomore season. tallying 70 catches for 1,063 yards and 5 touchdowns. You'd like to think those numbers would lead to a good rating, but here he stands after being lowballed big time. He was one of the 20 players to hit 1,000 receiving yards last season. Sorry, Kenny. Being a 1,000-yard receiver isn't enough. Make it 1,500 if you want a fair rating. I mean, I suppose. Green Bay Packers, Blake Martinez, 82. Only Darius Leonard had more tackles than Blake Martinez last season. The star inside linebacker turned in 144 tackles, and Martinez was among the few bright spots on a terrible Green Bay team in 2018. Martinez also had 5 sacks and 3 passes defended for the Packers. He was a beast all over the field, and yet Madden wants you to think he'll merely be above average? Yeah, right. He's only one of the game's top and upcoming linebackers. Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson, 82. Watson was a bit slow to recover from an ACL tear at first, and he played behind the league's worst offensive line that allowed 62 sacks. And yet he led Houston to an AFC South Division title after tossing 4,165 yards and 26 touchdowns. The man is simply a Pro Bowl level quarterback, but not according to Madden. Watson has been playing at an MVP level through his first 2 NFL seasons. How he only got a rating of 82 is beyond us. Indianapolis Colts, Darius Leonard, 84. All Leonard did in his rookie year was, well, lead the NFL in tackles with 163. Won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Led the Colts to the playoffs. Turned their defense from downright horrible to excellent. Leonard is a complete package of a linebacker. He's a dominant run stopper who displays superb coverage and skills. 84 is a joke. Shame on Madden. Jacksonville Jaguars, Yannick Ngakoue, 84 rating. Consistent production from the Jaguars' young pass rushing stud. He has recorded sack totals of 8, 12, and 9.5 over his first 3 NFL seasons. That's 29.5 in 48 games played. Oh, and 10 forced fumbles to go along with those sacks. Yeah, kid's alright. According to PFF, only 8 edge rush defenders had more quarterback pressures than him from 2016 to 18. But yeah, he's only worthy of an 84 rating. Sure thing, Madden. Kansas City Chiefs, Frank Clark, 83. The Kansas City Chiefs acquired the pass rushing standout to replace Dee Ford, who was sent to the San Francisco 49ers. Clark is coming off a career year in which he recorded 13 sacks. He had 9 in 2017 and 10 in 2016. Pretty solid numbers all around. Oh, but Clark only received a rating of 83 from Madden. He's only one of the top young pass rushers in the game, and Clark might take his game to another level in KC. And maybe, just maybe, Madden will give the guy a fair rating as the season progresses. Can only hope for the best. Los Angeles Chargers, Derwin James, 86. The Chargers' star safety had one of the most incredible rookie seasons in NFL history. He had 3 interceptions and 13 passes defended, helping the Chargers form one of the league's elite secondaries. James earned an 88.3 grade from PFF in his rookie season, and he was ranked as their 32nd best player for 2017. And yet 6 strong safeties have higher ratings than James. Care to explain that, Madden? The guy is hands down elite. Give him a 90 or better, please. Los Angeles Rams, Eric Weddle, 81. The Ravens made a gutsy call to replace a perennial Pro Bowler in Weddle, so they could sign another Pro Bowler in Earl Thomas. He may be entering his age 34 season, but he turned in a solid 80.7 grade from PFF for 2018, which placed him 10th among safeties. You'd like to think that with Madden being often overly generous in their ratings, he would get something in the high 80s. Nope, they placed him below inferior safeties like Jesse Bates, Ricardo Allen, Demarius Randall, and LaMarcus Joyner. Isn't Madden funny sometimes? Always. Miami Dolphins, Xavier Howard, 83. Following a breakout season in 2018, Howard was awarded a 5-year extension worth $76.5 million. He was ranked as the 20th best corner by Pro Football Focus in 2018, racking up 7 interceptions and 12 passes defended. But Madden put way too many corners above Howard on their list. That includes Aqib Talib, nickel Robbie Coleman, and Joe Hayden. Howard should emerge as a top 10 corner in the game before long. He'll make the Madden squad look silly in short time. Minnesota Vikings, Anthony Barr, 82. The 4-time Pro Bowler has been an absolute force on one of the NFL's top defensive units, and it's amazing how Madden could rate 9 left outside linebackers higher than him. Barr dazzled big time in his first 5 NFL seasons. This 82 rating is just an insult. New England Patriots, Donta Hightower, 83. Hightower was a total beast for the Patriots during the regular season, but he took his game to another level in the playoffs. His stat line won't show it, but Hightower is truly one of the NFL's most complete do-it-all linebackers. He's strong in coverage and a dynamic force in stopping the run. There aren't many right outside linebackers in the NFL that are better than Hightower. 83 suggests he's only good. New Orleans Saints, MARSHON Lattimore, 87. Now Lattimore wasn't as dominant in his sophomore year after a sensational 2017 rookie season, but he was still one of the NFL's top corners throughout the year, and he single-handedly transformed the Saints secondary from terrible to near elite. New York Giants, Eli Manning, 72. Yes, Manning is on the decline, but no, he should not be graded this low. And I'm a Jets fan. I could say that. I think. His stat line was actually pretty good, a completion percentage of 66 and 4,299 passing yards with 21 touchdowns against 11 interceptions. It's silly how Kyler Murray graded higher than Manning. Case Keenum is also graded higher, and Ryan Tannehill, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, no, sorry, Manning isn't that bad. He put up solid numbers on a dysfunctional team behind a horrible offensive line. New York Jets, Robbie Anderson, 82. The 6'3", 190-pound Anderson has quietly been one of the NFL's more productive and playmaking wideouts over the past 2 seasons. After notching 941 yards in his sophomore 2017 campaign, Anderson recorded 50 receptions for 752 yards and 6 touchdowns, despite missing 2 games. Anderson has put up some good numbers for the Jets here. Tyrell Williams is somehow higher than him, and Kenny Stills, and Cole Beasley. I mean, you get the point. Anderson was robbed big time here. Oakland Raiders, Derek Carr, 80. Injuries and a poor supporting cast have led to consecutive down seasons for Derek Carr, but his numbers have been pretty solid, all things considered. He did complete 68.9% of his passes for 4,049 yards last season. Now he gets Antonio Brown and Josh Jacobs to work with on offense. Carr's rating deserves to be in the mid-80s here. But hey, it's just a video game, right? Who cares? Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care at all. Philadelphia Eagles, Carson Wentz, 82. Injuries limited Wentz to 11 games in 2018, and even if he didn't play at his MVP form in 2017, the guy was still pretty darn good in his 3rd NFL season. Wentz completed 69.6% of his passes for 3,074 yards and 21 touchdowns against 7 interceptions. And since some of Madden's players' ratings are apparently based on past performances, why isn't Wentz being graded for his 2017 season? They're only giving him an 82, even though he played well despite injuries in 2018. Okay then, they'll regret that after a few short weeks into the season, I guess, but we'll see. Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger, 85. Big Ben is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Plain and simple. He led the NFL with 5,129 passing yards in 2018 while tossing 34 touchdowns. Those are MVP-like numbers, and you'd like to think that his rating would be in the 90s somewhere. No? Okay. Well, how about not ranking 8 quarterbacks above the guy? Just a terrible rating here. One of the absolute worst in Madden history. San Francisco 49ers, George Kittle, 90. Kittle's 1,377 receiving yards were the most ever for a tight end in a single season. And to think that he could have done even better if Jimmy Garoppolo didn't suffer a torn ACL that ended his season in week 3. 90 is just too low for a guy who's coming off a career year. Seattle Seahawks, Jaron Reed, 81. Reed was a cornerstone piece on a rebuilt Seattle defense in 2018, breaking out with 10.5 sacks and guiding the team to the playoffs. Reed was an absolute force in Seattle's front 7, but the Madden graders didn't see it that way. Sorry, but double-digit sacks is kind of impressive to us, and Reed has room to get even better. How he only got an 81 rating here is beyond us. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans, 91. Evans has been the model of consistency on a lowly Tampa Bay team. He recorded at least 68 receptions and over 1,000 yards in each of his first 5 NFL seasons. And it's a shame that the Bucs aren't making the most of his talents. 91 is a high grade, don't get us wrong. Evans needs a grade of at least 95. Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry, 83. Henry finished 7th in rushing last season with 1,059 yards, and his 12 rushing touchdowns were tied for 3rd most in 2018. And yet Henry isn't even ranked as a top 10 running back here in Madden. In fact, teammate Dion Lewis is somehow rated above Henry. So is New England Patriots running back James White, who plays more of a receiver role. It's ridiculous. It's downright ridiculous. Hate it. Don't like it. Washington Redskins, Landon Collins, 83. Yes, the Washington Redskins overpaid for Collins in free agency, but that doesn't mean Madden should lowball him here. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler and among the best ball hawking and cover safeties in the NFL. Somehow there are 10 strong safeties rated higher than Collins here. We can't see how guys like John Johnson and Jabril Peppers landed higher ratings than Collins. Like how? What other NFL players got screwed in their Madden ratings? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos all the time. And if you want more of me, you should go there. It's a great place. Go check it out. You should do it for sure. If you don't, well, that's okay. Subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video. Go check it out. 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 That actually really hurt my ear. Wow. I'm like, my ear's ringing. Make sure to like this video if you like it. Yeah, give it a like right down there. Smash that like button. Of course, thank you so much for watching. Jason Biondo. You know what's coming.
On my knees.